What you are about to hear is not fiction. This is a true crime story from the Balkans, from a small town in Macedonia. The events are real. The fear was real. The people were real. This story is not about legends or myths. It is about something far more disturbing, because this happened in a place where people trusted each other. This happened in a region shaped by history, silence, and endurance. A place where communities are close, where faces are familiar, where people trust routine more than suspicion. A place where everyone believes they would notice if something was wrong. They didn't. The crimes you are about to hear about did not happen all at once. They unfolded slowly, quietly, over years, so slowly that people adapted to the fear before they understood it. This story involves real violence, real victims, and a man whose role in these events was hidden in plain sight. Out of respect for the victims and their families, some details have been restrained, but nothing important has been softened. This is not a story about how someone was caught. It is a story about how someone was trusted, about how evil does not always hide in shadows or announce itself with chaos. Sometimes it speaks calmly, writes clearly, and tells you exactly what happened. Listener discretion is advised, not because of what you will hear, but because of what you will realize once the story begins. The journalist, he didn't report the murders. He practiced them. Before you listen, before you continue, understand something. This story does not rush. It waits. It lingers in pauses, in silence, in the spaces between sentences. Because that is how it happened. A town that believed in routine. Kičevo believed in repetition. Morning coffee tasted the same every day. The same streets echoed the same footsteps. The same faces aged slowly, predictably. People trusted routine more than locks. Routine meant safety. And for decades, it worked, until something began using that routine against them. The invisible women. The women no one noticed were the first to disappear. Cleaners. Widows. Women who woke before sunrise and returned after dark. They moved through buildings without being seen. They were ideal. When the first one vanished, it took time to register. Her absence felt like a delay, not a warning. Discovery. The body was found in a place no one wanted to imagine. Strangled, wrapped, removed from the world carefully. There was no rage in the act, only intention. Police said it was tragic. The town said it was unthinkable. The killer said nothing. Time passes, memory fades. Months passed. Fear dulled. People told themselves what they always do. It won't happen again. That belief became a habit. Habits are dangerous. The second disappearance, when the second woman vanished, it felt familiar, too familiar. She had the same job, the same solitude, the same quiet existence. This time, the body was found faster, as if the town had learned how to look, or as if someone wanted it found. The shape of a pattern. Police began drawing lines. Age, profession, isolation. Someone wasn't improvising. Someone was refining. Fear moves in. Fear did not explode. It settled. Women held keys between their fingers. Lights stayed on longer. Doors closed harder. No one said the word serial. But everyone thought it. The articles. And every time there was an article. Waiting. Not speculative. Not emotional. Precise. The journalist wrote as if guiding the reader gently through the crime. As if he had walked it himself. Trust. People trusted him. He had written for years. He knew the town. He knew how to sound calm. Calm feels like safety. Language that felt too close. Investigators noticed something subtle. The way the articles were written. Not what they said, but how. The sentences lingered on moments that mattered only to the person who was there. Information that should not exist. Details appeared before police released them. Specifics. Exact sequences. Not guesses. Certainties. The kind that don't come from sources. The unnamed fear. An idea formed among investigators. No one said aloud at first, Because once spoken, it would change everything. What if the journalist isn't following the story? What if the story is following him? Observation. Police began watching him. They expected something. Nervousness. Slips. Cracks. They found none. He was calm. Always calm. The most disturbing part. He never asked questions like a reporter. He listened, as if confirming something he already knew. Science speaks. Forensics remove doubt. DNA does not speculate. The results match the journalist. The town stopped breathing. Reaction. People searched their memories. Every conversation. Every article. Every moment they had trusted him. Nothing looked the same. The arrest. There were no sirens. Just hands on shoulders. The journalist did not resist. He did not explain. He simply stopped speaking. Silence. The man who lived by words chose silence. That frightened people more than denial ever could. The cell was empty. Concrete. Cold. Final. There was a bucket of water. Nothing else. The night. Guards reported nothing. No movement. No sound. Just a man alone with his thoughts. Or with memories. Morning. The door opened. The journalist was dead. His head submerged in a bucket of water. Authorities called it suicide. The speed disturbed people. The method confused them. The silence unsettled everyone. A man who wrote endlessly left no final words. What died with him? No trial. No explanation. No motive. Only questions. The mother detail. Later, one detail surfaced. His mother had been a cleaner, like the victims. Some believe this mattered. Some believe it explains nothing. He never said. Writing as ritual. Investigators began to see the writing differently. Not as reporting. As repetition. As return. Each article was another visit to the crime. A second crime. The murders happened once. The articles happened again. Public. Untouchable. The town after. Life continued. But trust did not. People still read newspapers. They just wondered who was writing them. The last thought, this story has no ending, because the man who could end it chose silence. And maybe that was his final control. Because even now, you are listening. You are imagining. You are inside the story he never finished telling. And that may have been the point. The case closed. Or not. The journalist's story ended quietly. No trial. No testimony. No confession. Authorities pronounced it a suicide. A clean, simple answer. The case was closed. But the truth was never told. The real answers. We will never know what truly happened in that cell. The fear he created, the lives he ended, and the stories he wrote remain with us. And maybe that is the point, because some stories do not have endings, and some crimes do not allow closure. The city will never be the same. Its streets remember, its walls remember, and the shadows still whisper the story of the journalist. Thank you for listening. If you want to hear more stories like this, follow our channel and stay with us, because the truth is often stranger and darker than fiction.